Good evening. It is the Yankified podcast on behalf of the Pinstripe Chronicles, and a big hello to everyone that is watching the Yankees. I've been amazing. They have been amazing. They just keep on winning. Keep on winning, and now it all comes down to this. It all comes down to this one game. One game for the division. I never thought it was going to happen 7 days ago, but they just keep on winning. Absolutely amazing. And my question to you guys is, how much stock do you put in the division? Do you think it's absolutely vital that they win it? Or are you actually feeling pretty confident if they even make the wild card? Are you actually pretty confident about the wild card round? Because I'll be honest, I'm feeling pretty confident. So let's say hello to the chat. Now we'll allow people to start flooding in here. Everybody, please hit the like button. If you haven't already done so, everybody just take that 1 second, hit that like button for us. It does a world of good for the algorithm. And if you could also sub up if you haven't already done so. Do all the good stuff for the Pinstripe Chronicles, because we work hard for you. Let's say hello to John the Beagle Dad. John the Beagle Dad, always loyal to the Yankified podcast. What is going on, John the Beagle Dad? What are you doing right now, man? What are you doing? I want to hear from you. What are you doing? You walking the dog? What? We got Jonathan in the chat. What up, Jonathan? Jonathan was beaten by 1 minute by John the Beagle Dad. So actually, the early bird is going to be John the Beagle Dad. But good to see you, Jonathan. Jonathan also says here, problem is the Blue Jays also keep winning. Absolutely. It got FJ. What up, FJ? How are you? What's going on, man? What's going on, FJ? So, my question to you guys is, how much stock do you put in the division? Is it absolutely vital, or are you actually feeling pretty confident about the wild card if it's just the wild card? Honestly, I feel pretty good either way, because this team is actually in Game 7 mode. They've been in Game 7 mode for the last week. And I feel pretty good about what I'm seeing here. The pitching's good. The bullpen's been good lately. And the lineup is ridiculous. The lineup is absolutely ridiculous. So there's a lot to like. There really is. There's tons to like here. I could have commented 2 hours ago if I wanted. All right, man. Well, you lost by 1 minute. But thanks so much for hopping in, man. So, are you guys feeling pretty good? What do you think? Do you think we're gonna pull off the shock of all shocks? Because am I not right that like a week or so ago, wasn't it over like 93% chance that the Yankees were gonna lose the division? 93% the Jays were going to win it. I'm pretty sure it was like a crazy statistic. And the Yankees have overcome all odds, and they just keep on winning, man. FJ, right now I think the Yankees could beat anybody, and I actually have to agree. I think you're right, FJ. I do. This lineup is cooking right now. This lineup is absolutely cooking. By the way, the stuff that Aaron Judge and Stanton are doing right now is beyond belief. They are having some kind of series. They really are. It's pretty amazing. Now Aaron Judge is now neck and neck with the MVP. Obviously, I think probably Judge should win it, but there's a very good argument for Raleigh as well. That's going to go right down the wire. And you got Stanton, who's just been unbelievable this series. He's just absolutely mashing. And this whole lineup is kind of mashing. Ben Rice, Grish, the big sleep. It's exciting. This lineup is deep. Jazz, Cody Bellinger. This lineup is deep. There's a lot to like here. We have an absurd run differential. Absolutely absurd. It's an absurd run differential. And you look at this American League, and I have to feel good about where the Yankees are at. I really do. I have to feel good where they're at. Even if they don't win the division, I still feel good about where they're at because they got the pitching, and I like their mentality right now. I have to say, there's something here. There's something here. There's something tangible that we can grasp here. There really is. This could be a special October. Just putting it out there, it could be. It could be a special October because we have what it takes to do this. Got Dev in the chat. What's going on, Dev? How are you, Dev? What are you doing this weekend? So we actually have what it takes. And I never thought I would have said this a month ago. Jeez, man. When you think about where we were in the summer, it was bad. It was bad. I thought we'd be lucky to get 86, 87 wins. Lucky. And they've just been different. They have just been different this past month. They got through the gauntlet. The gauntlet was the big test. That, for me, was the litmus test. That was the litmus test. They got through it, for me, with flying colors. And they haven't looked back. And they haven't played down in the opposition. In fact, they've just been really, really strong. And you can see it over the last couple of series. It's just been great. Now you can start to feel a little bit excited. You can. There's something here, guys. So Dev says his birthday's on October 2nd. But we'll remember that, Dev, and we'll wish you a happy birthday on October 2nd. So, yeah. And what about Cam Schlittler? That's another one. Cam Schlittler, he's making a case for a third starter. He destroyed them today. He really did. 7 innings. Absolutely fantastic. 7 innings shutout. He was just freaking great. Schlittler is really turning into something special here. And now he's making a case to even be the third starter, but he's a very, very good fourth starter heading into October. I'll tell you what, things are looking good. You got Rodon, you got Fried. And, the bullpen is starting to come together here. And our lineup is ridiculous. So all those negative podcasts that we had before can't be negative now. Can't be negative now. I think it's time to be excited. Maybe. I don't want to get overly excited because you never know with the Yankees in the playoffs, but you have to look at what we're seeing here, and everyone's cooking. The mentality's good. They're in Game 7 mode already because they just keep winning. Win, 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 win. And it all comes down to tomorrow. All comes down to tomorrow. Very exciting. So, guys, place your bets. Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think the Yankees are going to pull this one off? It could happen. It could very well happen. Dev Finch, my nephew's birthday party is at Dave & Buster's on September 30th. Well, happy birthday to your nephew, Dev. So that's where we're at, man. It's exciting. Tell you what, that's where we're at. These Yankees just keep on winning. What do I think? Well, this show is just about as much for you guys as me, but um, my my thought. Well, I've always kind of thought that it was probably just a bridge too far, um, judging by the odds, probably. But who knows? I mean, I'm actually not that worried either way. To be honest, I'm actually not. I feel good about the Yankees hosting all three games in the wild card. I think the pitching is. I think the pitching will be matched up pretty well for them. Yeah, I mean, obviously, ideally, you want the bye. Are you kidding? Absolutely, but you know what? Baseball's often a game of momentum, and we've seen plenty of cases of the wild card team going on a run. So, what's good, Yankee Kyle? Donald, good evening, my friend. Yankees will take the division tomorrow. All right, he's standing on business. I love it. I think they could. I think they could, Yankee Kyle. It's a heck of a matchup, and there'll be some serious scoreboard watching. Now, it can go either way because the Rays can always pull out a shock. They are not a bad team at all. They could pull out a shock. But I can't think past the fact that the Blue Jays have to win. They know they have to win. So I would be surprised if they lost. And what's going on, Karen? Karen Delaney. Hi, Donald, and everyone. Hey, Karen. How are you? What's going on? Thanks for hopping on. What are you doing on a Saturday night? I hope you're having a good night. Sadly, the Mets and Jays won. Who cares about the Mets? Who cares? No one cares. I don't care. I do not care. The only time I cared about the Mets in the same sphere as the Yankees was when the whole Soto choosing the Yankees or the Mets thing over the winner. That was the only time. I haven't thought about them since. So I'm not going to start thinking about them now. I think they're pretty much irrelevant at this point. But the Jays, on the other hand, that's going to be a hell of a game tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. Great for baseball, too. Absolutely great for baseball, where you got the division going to the last day. Lots of excitement. Who else thinks that the Yankees are going to win the division tomorrow? Let's place the bets. Karen. Definitely. Absolutely. I have to feel good about it. I have to feel good about where the Yankees are. So let's talk a little bit about the MVP. Now we got some people in the chat here. How you feel about this MVP race? I'll tell you what, I really don't want Cal Raleigh to even tie. I really don't want him to even tie Roger Maris. I really don't. I'm hoping that's not going to happen. I want Maris to stand alone in second place. I really don't want Cal Raleigh to tie, but there's 2 games. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. It's been an unbelievable season for Cal Raleigh. 60 home runs. Unbelievable year. Like, seriously, full credit to him. Just an absolutely amazing year for him. 60 home runs for a catcher. That's unprecedented. Absolutely unprecedented. And carrying that Mariners team, I just can't get my head around it. 60 home runs is absurd. But you also have to think that, if they didn't deliberately walk Aaron Judge like 37 times, um, you'd have to think that Aaron Judge would be a lot closer. He might have even gotten 60 as well. The amount of times that they intentionally walked Aaron Judge. You could definitely see a couple more home runs in that, and he'd be right there too. But regardless, regardless, it's a heck of a race. This is one of the best MVP races ever. What's going on, Karen? Let's see what Karen's got to say here. Yes, that's amazing, but it's not the catches award or the person that gets a team to the playoffs award. That's fair. And if you go through each individual statistic, Aaron Judge beats Cal, all ends up, in many ways. But we should probably have a look at it together. Let's have a look at these stats together, and then we can make a reasoned as we can anyway. We can make a reasoned choice. So let's have a look at this together. Share the screen, and we will look at this race together. Okay. 60 home runs, 125 RBIs. That's absolutely absurd. I can't get my head around that. 14 stolen bases for a catcher is not bad. Okay, 248, not great. On base percentage, 360. Okay. Slug 594, OPS 954. That's great. 109 runs, 24 dubs, 96 walks. Heck of a year. Right, let's have a look at Aaron Judge. So, he's on 136 runs to Cal Raleigh's 109, so he's leading there. 178 hits to 146, he's leading there. 30 doubles to 24, he's leading there. 2 triples to 0, he's leading there. 53 and 60, that's not that much of a difference, to be fair. 114 to 125. Okay, so Cal Raleigh's leading in 2. Aaron Judge, 124 walks to 96, leading there. Actually, less strikeouts than Cal Raleigh, so he's leading there too. 12 to 14 stolen bases. Actually, okay, Cal Raleigh has 3 categories in his favor. 331 batting average as opposed to 248. That's the biggest difference. That's a stupid difference. That's absolutely crazy. What about that on base percentage? How do you guys like that on base percentage? 458 on base percentage to 360. That's not even close. That's like 100 points better. 691 slug as opposed to 594. That's almost 100 points better as well. OPS 1149954. Again, Aaron Judge is just steamrolling ahead of him there as well. So, Judge leads the majors in OPS. He leads the majors in slug. He leads the league in on base percentage. That's pretty amazing. Leads the majors in batting average by a mile. Look at the difference between Jacob Wilson's 313, Bo Bichette's 311, Aaron Judge's 331. That's to be seen to be believed, really. Aaron Judge is 5th in the majors in RBIs. He is 4th in the major in home runs. And he is 2nd in runs. Raleigh is down in sixth. It is very, very good, but Aaron Judge is on another planet, isn't he? He really is. He's on another planet. You look at that, and Aaron Judge is just, I think he is the MVP. It just depends on the voters, though, because the voters might, and how can you blame them? Might get just might fall in love with that 60 home runs and 125 RBIs. I think if Cal Raleigh hits another one or two home runs, then it's going to be very, very close. At the moment, I think Aaron Judge is now taking the lead. That's where I'm at right now. I think Aaron Judge has taken the lead. Um, actually says 60 home runs doesn't guarantee an MVP. Two of the three Sosa hit over 60. He didn't win MVP. It's a very good point, FJ. Very good point. But you know what the voters are like with the Yankees. We know what the voters are like with the Yankees. So I wonder if it's slightly different rules for different teams, for different players. So I do think that Raleigh right now is neck and neck, but I do think that as long as he stays at 60, then I think Aaron Judge has got it. I think he's got it right now. I think his nose is ahead right now over the last because of these last couple of days, where he's just been absolutely unstoppable. He's now got the batting title sewed up, and that's big. So it's a fun race. It's as good an MVP race as we've ever had over the last 5-10 years. This is as good as it gets. It really does. I mean, we're talking about a 60 home run player, and then you got Aaron Judge, who's just winning in every other category. Very cool. Very cool. And I will not begrudge Raleigh if he wins it, because he does deserve it. And in any other year, if Aaron Judge wasn't this incredible, I think we'd all agree that he should be the MVP. What is going on? Stevie B, I went live earlier and he's feeling good. I'm feeling good. 248 with the lowest batting average for an MVP. That's big. Donald, it shouldn't be close. Judge's MVP. Period. I think we know it is close, but I do believe that Judge should be the MVP. Over the last couple of days, I think Judge has definitely solidified that. Especially when you look at that. The OPS is just ridiculous. What are we talking about here? 1149 as opposed to 954. I mean, how can you look at that batting average? How can you look at that on base percentage? He's on base almost 50% of the time. 458. He's on base almost 50% of the time. Raleigh doesn't come close there. 331 as opposed to 248. Not even close. So for sure, when batting average was actually like a serious metric that was looked upon back in my day, then at the moment this would not be close. Aaron Judge would already have it sewed up, done, dusted. He'd probably have every single first place vote. But it's different now. It is different right now, but it's gonna be fun. I think Judge has got it though. unless something crazy happens over the next 2 days with a rally and he starts hitting a bunch of home runs. Writers need to ask the players. The players are saying, Judge, no team wants to pitch to him. We haven't seen this since Bonds. That is very, very interesting. You raise a really good point there. I do think that the writers need to ask the players. The players know. Players are saying Judge. Well, also, just look at the fact that Aaron Judge has been intentionally walked like 30 plus times. Exponentially more than Cal Raleigh. Not even close. That's big as well. That says to me that they are terrified of Aaron Judge. They're not terrified of Cal Raleigh. Raleigh's doing his job, good for him, but they are terrified of Aaron Judge. And WAR isn't even close as well. 9.5 to 7.2 is, again, every single serious metric, Judge wins. Hands down, not even close. Apart from home runs and RBIs. So, obviously, from a Yankee fan standpoint, we're like, this isn't close. Come on, what are we doing here? But I'm also thinking, I know what these voters are like. I know what these writers are like. I mean, we're talking about Derek Jeter being robbed of an MVP. We're talking about Matsui being robbed of a Rookie of the Year. They changed the rules after that, though, of course, just to suit whoever player they want. You look at things like Jeter being robbed of a unanimous Hall. You look at these things, and you know that there is an element of Yankee bias. I think there is. Like, you need to be that much better than the opposition to ensure that a Yankee wins the MVP. Because let's be honest, writers on the West Coast don't care about us. They really don't. They really don't care. Donald Judge broke Ted Williams' international walk record. That's wild. Blaze 455. What is going on, Blaze? Cal voters might argue that Judge missed some opportunities. And that's true. There is the IL as well. But you could also argue that if Judge was pitched to more, and if Judge didn't miss that handful of games through that injury, then he'd probably be on 60 home runs, too. So it could go both ways, that argument. It really could. Yeah, but they didn't want to give it to Matsui, even though Matsui deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. Itchy Nuts, one of the best names ever. Love my Yankees, but decided to look at Vlad's stats for his $500 million. Bichette has better average, more ribs, 5 less homers, missed last 3 weeks. His agent should demand same contract. It's been a hell of a year. Hell of a year for Bichette. Do agree. We'll argue this. The numbers are this close on the IL. Imagine him being healthy for those games. That's it. That's my point, too. There's different ways you can look at it. But I really don't begrudge Cal Raleigh at all. I think he's very deserving. He's had an incredible year. I never ever thought in a million years I would be looking at a player from the Seattle Mariners going, God, I hope you don't break Roger Maris's home run record. Are you kidding me? Roger Maris? And I really hope he doesn't. I like to protect that history. I mean, I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him to get 60. I just don't want any more. Um, I'm a big fan of Roger Maris. I don't want him to get overtaken by anyone other than obviously Aaron Judge or any other Yankee. So that's what I'm paying attention to, most first and foremost. But there is an outside shot uh, that he ties Aaron Judge 62. Itchy Nut says his gut says Bichette might hit the open market. Dude, he's gonna get paid. He is gonna get paid because there's not that great a free agency this year. He's gonna get paid. Absolutely. Pete Alonso is gonna get paid. So is Bo Bichette. Absolutely agree. Um, as a matter of interest, now we're talking about Big Bo. 18 homers, 94 RBIs, 311 batting average, 357 on base percentage, which is very solid, 483 slug, 840 OPS, massively above average there. 181 hits. It's a very good year. So is George Springer. George Springer's had a great year for Toronto. 31 homers, 306 batting average. Shit. He's had a good year. Anyway, I digress. I do completely agree though. Grisham, that's a good shout too. He's gonna get really paid. Goddamn dog, he was just out. So his Beagle dad walking the dog. Now the dog is now taking advantage of you, man. That's it. That dog is taking advantage of you. He knows you're very kind to him. He wants out again. He's taking advantage. You gotta be firm with that shit. Oh, what am I saying? I always cave. I always cave. You kidding? My Riley just looks at me with those big doe eyes. I'm like, okay, all right. What do you want? You want to go out? Anyway, Grisham is going to get paid. Stevie says, my dog's barking. Took him out an hour and a half. She's not going out. Yeah, you got to be firm. That's the key. Edgy Nuts. Baseball's pretty exciting with these extra wild card spots. The Reds need to win tonight. They'll need help tomorrow. Isn't it amazing? Tell you what, Manfred will be loving this. This is great for him, for Manfred Ball. With so many places up for grabs. I mean, if that doesn't get viewers, then nothing will, because it's great for Manfred Ball. And you're right. The Reds still up in the air. The Guardians and the Tigers still up in the air. The Yankees and the Blue Jays division is up in the air. Very close. Wait a minute. What? 5 Huskies. And I had to go get a cut wrapped up because my Bengals cat freaked out. I'll be on pills for a bit. What? Pills for what? Rabies? What is going on, Therese? So nervous for tomorrow's game. We need the Rays to help. Great to see you in the chat. Tell you what, though, I'm actually not that nervous because I feel great about where the Yankees are at. I mean, we just keep winning. When you look at our offense, I feel good about us hosting a wild card. Um, Either way, so even if worst comes to worst and we don't win the division, I still feel kind of good about things. And what a change! Because I mean, obviously in the summer I was like, we need changes. You've seen my podcast. I was like, we need changes. We need this. We need a new manager. We've lost the team. This team's cooked. Especially after the Marlins meltdown, I thought, oh my god, this thing's absolutely cooked. This thing is absolutely cooked. But they have shocked me. They have absolutely shocked me. They have been fantastic. They have been absolutely fantastic. And right now, they are probably the hottest team in baseball. They're on fire. And I have to feel good about whichever matchup they got. Now, of course, it can all change because, you're only as hot as your next day starter. But, all right. Stevie says, Donald, check your DM. All right. I'll do it. I'll do it, man. Oh, shit. Bro, what the fuck? So what bit you? Was it a dog was it a cat that scratched you or something bit you? You got to fill me in on that. That's wild. FJ's great point here. If Cleveland steals the Central Division, it'll be the worst collapse in history, worse than the 1964 Phillies. A Bengals cat. God, I hate cats. I hate cats. So, man, heal that thing, man. Jeez. Yeah. What Cleveland have done is absolutely remarkable. They are truly an amazing story. I think we all had the Tigers winning the division, and they had it locked up months ago. So to collapse like this is unprecedented, and for Cleveland to go on their incredible run is also unprecedented. So they're red hot too. Have to say, I can't predict how it's going to go. I can't predict how it's going to go. I can't predict how any of this is going to go. This is a crazy postseason. That's coming together here. Yes, Cam Schlittler has just adopted a straight cat, but I don't really care about that. I do care about what Cam Schlittler is doing on the mound, though. He's been amazing. So that's another question I want to ask you guys. How would you feel about my man Cam being the third starter in a playoff series? Would you be on board with that, or are you still thinking Luis Gil? I was pretty certain it was Luis Gil, but Schiller has made things very interesting. Very, very interesting. John's going Cam over Gil. Jonathan's now going Cam over Gil. Wow. See what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. Cam has had a better year. He's been amazing. What a year. Freaking love Cam Schiller, man. That kid is special. It's actually kind of even disrespectful to call him a kid. He's a grown he continues to develop. He's got a 2.96 ERA, guys. Are you kidding me? 2.96 ERA? We're back. That's good. Don't know what's going on. Apologies for that. But 2.96 ERA? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. What a year. FJ, if the Yankees play the Red Sox, it's got to be Heel. Heel has pitched well against the Red Sox. I agree. I do believe that Luis Heel is pitching to a sub 1 ERA. That might just edge it. But it's no disrespect to Schlitt. But Luis Heel does have the experience. And he loves to pitch against the Sox. That's big too. So it really depends on how this matchup goes. I think you're right though. I think if we do face the Red Sox, then it should be Luis Heel. Otherwise, then you could make the argument that it's Khan. Yeah, he's got serious moxie on the mound, Karen. He really does. Gosman knows no sure thing tomorrow. 10 347 ERA. Cam's strength is his poise on the mound. He doesn't rattle easily. Dude, he doesn't get rattled at all. He's just so cool, calm and collected. It's huge. It really is. I love his stuff. I love his command. Love the movement on his pitches. Love the velocity on his pitches. It's just that dude's special, man. He's really special. Is he in the running for Rookie of the Year? I want to ask that because no one's talking about that. But when you look at that 2.96 ERA, you're thinking, geez. I'd be very interested. I think he probably deserves it. He certainly deserves some votes. Wouldn't you say? I'm sure he's eligible. That's true, Itchy Nuts. If they play the Red Sox, they'll need to split the first two games in order for Heel to show up in game three. That's true. The Yankees could sweep it, to be fair. But anything can happen. This is going to be a hell of a playoffs. Anything can happen. Right now, you're looking at it and saying the Yankees are red hot. But then you could also say, hey, the Guardians are red hot. You could also say, hey, the Mariners are hot. But then it could all change once you get into the playoffs. Say the Tigers sneak it. And with their talent alone, they could maybe go on a run. Who knows? I really can't call it. I really can't call it. Anything can happen. This American League is going to be wild. I think it's going to be a very, very fun playoffs, guys. Could you guys tell me who he's competing with, who he'd be competing with at the moment for Rookie of the Year in the American League? Cam should be the rookie. Don't think he wins it. He also fourth on record for rookie pitchers' strikeouts this year. That's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. No, I'm very excited about him, man. What a year. franchise record. John the Beagle Dad. Regardless of how we finish the postseason, I am happy with the regular season. Um, let's yeah. I mean, let's wait. I want to give it one more day. If the Yankees win the division, then absolutely. Canada's not being considered. That sucks. He should be. Actually, the Yankees take the division tomorrow. I'd love to see Buck Martinez's face. Absolutely. I want to see the Blue Jays face because that's a bit of a collapse too. Judge has reached base safely in 135 of his 151 games this year. That's outrageous. That is outrageous. Big shout out to Jonathan for this. That is amazing. He's reached base safely in 135 of 151 games. To be seen to be believed. Great point too. Scary part: Yankees did this without Cole, Schmidt, Heel Cousins, and of course Stanton only joined in June. Isn't that amazing? I wonder what kind of year Stanton would have had if he was healthy from the start. Oh my God, that guy would have had 35 to 40 home runs easily. He debuted too late, so he actually isn't eligible. That's unbelievable. I think he probably deserves it. If we didn't have all those, oh yeah, you are spot on, Therese. You're spot on, and that's the biggest frustration. The thing is, the Yankees have done this to themselves. They should have had this division wrapped up. They've done this to themselves in many ways because of relying on Williams and just all those blown saves, and it was just a mess, absolute mess. They really had to have a hell of a deadline to pull this off, but they have had a hell of a deadline and they have pulled this off. So it is there's something to be said, but with all those blown saves, then it wouldn't be a question. The Yankees would have over 100 wins. We do this to ourselves every year, but this year's a little different because, unlike other years, I'm starting to think that there might be something here with this team. I'm starting to think there might be something special here. And I didn't, I haven't really felt that over the last, well, God, you can go all the way back. There just seems to be a little bit something more about them this year. I'm really liking the fact that we've won all these games this past week. Just keep on winning. And winning pretty comfortably too. They're just steamrolling through teams, which is a great sign. The offense is outrageous right now. It's very deep. Um, that's been fine. The defense has been good. Pitching's been great. Bullpen settled down of late too. It's true. So, like, there's not really an aspect to this team right now where I'm thinking, going, oh God, I'm worried about it. I'm still worried about the bullpen, but they have been better over this hot streak. So then you think about it and go, wow, everything's kind of working for the Yanks right now. It's kind of looking in their favor. I'm liking how deep this lineup is. I'm liking how it's not just home run or bust. They do have athleticism. They can create runs. Like, you get Caballero in the base paths. He's going to steal a couple bases easy. You know, we're very good with sac flies this year. That's been a very big improvement in previous years, so that's been good. Um, and you look at Bellinger, who's been as good as he's been since his MVP year. This year's been great. Grisham, career year. Stanton, just freaking mind blowing. Just an absolute Greek god of a home run hitter. Aaron Judge, MVP caliber year, of course. Ben Rice, love Ben Rice. Absolutely love that kid. Um, and then you got Jazz Chisholm, who's been great this year. Absolutely fantastic. The offense is cooking. Absolutely cooking. It's kind of exciting. Really is. And I'm telling you what, I wouldn't discount Goldschmidt from having a good at bat in the playoffs too. He's a clutch hitter. So it is a deep lineup. The only hole in that lineup right now is Volpe and McMahon. But even McMahon had a home run today. So Mr. October, oh God, Stan is the man. He's getting hot again at the right time too, which is great. It's a great sign. Isn't Stanton unbelievable, guys? Isn't Stanton unbelievable? Guys, like, we all need to show serious respect to Big G. Isn't he unbelievable? Like, I guess the bigger the moment, the bigger he steps up. I can count on my hand the amount of players that are like that. Like, it's special. It really is. He's just amazing. And I was like, I love that guy. I do. I love that guy, Therese. I really do. Like, he's my dude. I got his jersey hanging up, man. Now I'm gonna be wearing that every day in this playoff run. But the dude is just unbelievable. The bigger the moment, the bigger he steps up. He loves October. Absolutely loves it. He loves these must-win games. He loves it because he always mashes. It's remarkable. He's pretty chilled until the big moment, and then it's just like, it's game time. It's game time. These Stantonian blasts. They're ridiculous. Oh my God, what a guy. Is he? Oh, good question. Is he my boy blue this series? Is the Pope Catholic? Is the Pope Catholic? Does a bear shit in the woods? Fuck yeah, he's my boy blue. He's my boy blue this year. Love me some G. Absolutely. It's a good question, though. Right now, the MVP is Aaron Judge for the series. Big G Loki. Big G Boy Blue. Pitching award, Cam Schlittler. Aaron Boone, 5 out of 10. I told you, I promise. He's never going to get any higher than a 5. How do I feel about Volpe lately? He's calmed down on his swing. It's not quite as erratic. He's not doing anything to cost us games. So, you know what? I'm not going to start ranting and raving about Anthony Volpe for once. Although, a little disappointed about that because I do love a Volpe rant. But I'll save it up for the next time he does something dumb. And he will, because it's Volpe. But no, I mean, I think he's been fine. since coming back. He's been much better since coming back from injury. And he's not doing anything stupid. His defense is it's solid enough. So I'm not gonna destroy him. He's been pretty decent. Um, am I doing awards for the game? No, no, no. It was just answering CVB's question there about if Santa's my boy Blue. I was just giving you guys an early hint as to where these awards are going. Yeah, that'll be Monday. That'll be Monday. That'll be Monday. Oh man, my boy. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm excited. This is something. There's something a little bit different about this Yankee team. You look at this pitching, starting pitching. Max Fried's ridiculous. Rodon's ridiculous. Schlittler's ridiculous. Luis Gil's been very good. The bullpen's been great. Of late, last couple of games, they still scare me a ton. That's probably the only area of this line of this team that I'm a little bit scared about. But you know, as long as they get the ball to Mr. Beer Crushing Bednar, then we're fine. Because their closer's great. John Beagle Dad, I'm so freaking tense. I have no idea why. Dude, I didn't expect the Yankees to do this. Oh man. Donald, it makes my day while I work. Keeps the insanity from world. Thank you guys. Going on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know what? That's why we do it, man. Just for comments just like that. It means the world. And it's it's touching to know that us just coming on for an hour just talking Yankees, maybe makes a difference to someone's day. So, um, thank you. And to be honest, makes a difference to my day coming on and speaking to you guys. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. So I'm really happy to talk to you guys. Um, I think that's how John the Beagle dad deals with stress. Walks the pup and listens to Yankified podcast. That's not a bad way to do it, man. That's a pretty good way of going about things. Yankee talk makes me feel human. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. It's life's stressful at times, and it's good to get that little escape. I do agree. So if I can help in any way, I'm really really happy I can. That's I lost part of you lost part of your back. Do you mean your actual back? Keeps me feel good. Makes things feel great. Well, I'm glad you're feeling good, man. Although I'm worried about that wound on your hand. Jeez, a 6-month-old puppy can bring stress, but the rewards are just priceless, man. And I don't need to tell you that because literally the name of your YouTube thing is John the Beagle Dad. You love yourself some beagles, but yeah, they'll repay you in love and affection for life. So it's worth it. I'm a big dog guy. Big dog. I think to be honest, I think everyone in this chat are big dog people. So what's his name, John? As a matter of interest. Well, I mean, nothing you can do about that. That's just awful luck. Oh, Porthos. After the third Musketeer. Jesus, here. I lost 6% in my back from a car accident. Fuck, man. That's rough. 6%? But it's a blessing that you are doing better, and that you're well enough and able enough to get to work and do the things you love to do, such as listen to podcasts or whatever it is. So there's a blessing in there, even though it doesn't feel like it losing that amount. Uh, but I'm very glad to know that you're okay, my guy. And thanks so much for all the support that you do. And I do recommend everybody to check out your channel, CSMD Yankees. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't know what to say about that. um, so yeah, I'm working, Donald, texting and driving. Got hit at 40 mile an hour at standstill. Oh, that's awful. Jason, your channel and Hector's got me through this. Wow, man. Bless up to you, brother. Bless up to you. Uh, I don't know what's going on. My Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go and murder whoever is in charge of my Wi-Fi right now. It's coming and going like fuck. So, yeah, I apologize, Jonathan. This is very rare. It's never happened before, so I'll have to check that shit out. Um, so I'll just take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone that's watched the stream. Have a great weekend. Good luck, Yankees. We're one game away. One game. Let's win that game. Can win the division. It's very exciting. Anything can happen, but I have to feel good. I have to feel good. I think the Yankees are special. They're just something special about this team. They have a different moxie, they're different mentality. They're in a really good spot right now. It's exciting, and I have to. I'm starting to believe, even if they do just make the wild card, I'm starting to believe in this team. And I would never have thought that a month ago. Agreed. Let's do this. Never would have thought that a month ago. Yes, I really like the chemistry. Like last year, it was a team basically carried by Soto and Judge and Stanton, and that was it. It was not a deep lineup. This year is very deep. It goes all the way down. Yeah, you have to feel good about whoever comes up, apart from Volpe. You have to feel good about whoever comes up. That's going to give you a quality at bat, and you have to feel good that whoever's on the mound is going to give you a quality start. Do you know how huge that is for the playoffs? It's huge. Right. Don't stop believing. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That's the Yankees this year. Because I was like, this team is ass a month ago. Now I'm like, damn, this team's actually fucking good. There you go. That's why baseball is a surprise. You never know what's around the corner. You can never predict these things. I've watched a lot of Yankee baseball for decades, and you can normally see how the trends are going, and then I was pretty confident that this thing is not looking too good, and then suddenly we get to August, late August, and then September they've just been unstoppable. Thanks so much for hopping on, Karen. I'm hoping that the Yankees give us some good news this weekend, and we will have a fun show on Monday to celebrate a division. And that would be great. Yes, there is momentum. Things are working. Things are working out. Things are getting exciting. Things are getting exciting in Yankee land. Yankee, baby! Hey, Yankees, baby! Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Don't forget to check out The Upper Deck with Lynn and Sierra. Big shout out to Lynn. She's doing a great job over there with The Upper Deck. Thanks, man. It was impromptu, but you know what? I'm just really happy to hear that you're doing better. That's a hell of a story, and it really does really speaks to your resiliency, man. So, big shout out to you too. Let's go Yankees! Yeah, well, let's go you guys, because you guys are really the heart and soul of this channel. So, if everybody could please hit the like button, hit the sub button, check out the Upper Deck tomorrow, and then Monday, Uncle Tats, myself, and Robinho will break down this series, whether we win the division or we're going the wild card. Either way, pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Take care, guys.